Alright everyone, while doing all this spider news, it looks like a brand new Sailor Moon crystal came out. Well, this one actually revealed like what happened in the previous one. The fact that Sailor Venus hits the scene. Well, the first thing I do have to say is, finally, Sailor Mars is the one that finally said it. In the previous series, I know it's not related to the manga whatsoever or the anime, but still, in the previous series, no one talked about it. But in this series, they finally admitted. Someone mentioned the costume change. Someone finally mentioned it, and it was Sailor Mars. It's about time someone mentioned it, but sadly, they just mentioned it, hinted at it, but never actually said, well, the reason why I changed my clothes was because I actually would have preferred they continued on with the whole original costume of hers. Since apparently she's the princess? What? What the heck? So you're trying to tell me that Artemis and then everyone else believes the fact that she's the princess. She is Princess Serenity. Wow. Well, at least it sets up for the big bombshell that will occur. The fact of when she tries to use the legendary silver crystal, show it's going to be horrible. It's going to be the fact that she has the silver crystal, she uses it, but it fails, and then the silver crystal maybe levitates to Sailor Moon, and then Sailor Moon touches it, and the whole costume change. She wears her original white dress, and yeah, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be really, really horrible. The funny part is, wow. Well, technically I said, ouch, the tiara change. I mean, we all know who Princess Serenity is, and when the tiara actually changed from her head, we do have to admit, that does signify she's so the freaking princess, it's not even funny. Yeah, well anyways, yeah, this is doing a lot more than what happened previously. In the previous series, nothing changed. Yeah, nothing in her costume changed except when it came to season 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Yeah, but before then, no costume change at all. No tiara changes. Her tiara didn't get destroyed, and then she had a brand new one come out of nowhere. Yeah. Well, anyways, Zoisite fled. Yeah, Zoisite actually had to flee. It's kind of weird. So, for the few episodes we've seen so far, you had the original guy, I don't give a darn what his name is. You also had Nephryto, and you had Zoisite. You basically had those guys come, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. It's kind of like, it's really weird actually, if you think about it. So, you're telling me that they didn't die, and chances are they didn't die is because, well, it has to be friendly for everyone in Italy. But still, so does that mean they actually died, but they died off screen? Or are they somewhere lounging in a freaking coffee break room where they're all drinking coffee and saying, yeah, those Sailor Scouts, they ruined my plans. Yeah, they ruined my plans too. Yeah, mine too. I don't really know. I would just at least like to have all 4 of them go against the Sailor Scouts. Just have a nice final battle where all four of them are going to fight. Queen Beryl is there too, and they have a showdown with Sailor Moon. Well, technically it was a showdown with Sailor Venus, and then Sailor Venus is like, oh crap, I'm not the princess. And then Sailor Moon takes over and takes down Queen Beryl, along with Queen Beryl when she's 100% powered up by the Dark Force. Well, anyways, I'm not going to say princess. I'm going to still say Sailor. So Sailor V admits that she was speaking to everyone throughout the game. The game actually was a helpful guide to help all of them. Give them confidence along with some information. And still, they all believe she's the princess. Man, this is going to be a messed up bombshell when they find out, oh my gosh, she's not the princess. This is going to be horrible. I mean, it's going to be very, very horrible. But this is amazing. So she does know where the silver crystal is, though. Yeah, so Sailor Venus knows where the crystal is. They're not going to do they skipped over the 7 Great Beast arc. We all know that. Yeah, we all can tell that they skipped over that. So they're not going to have like 7 people they have to look for. Well, 6 people plus a cat. Yeah. Well, anyways, so we get to have a little rundown of Sailor Venus's story, which prior to, for everyone who was in America, we didn't get this story because this was part of one of the lost episodes, slash episodes that was so, it had messed up content in it that they think kids couldn't understand, which I guess is kind of right. But still, what we got, everyone was in America, what we got was just a, it was just a homage or lots of scenes, and then we had a brief comment about how, yeah, it was a brief comment from Sailor Venus, the fact that she's been fighting crime and active more before any of them even got their powers. I think that's the only thing we got close to hearing her story. For everyone else, for everyone who was watching the anime and didn't give a crap about what Deke did and all that stuff, they basically get the story about how she got the powers, she fought crime, and then there was a certain thing that happened. We also know that she had a quote unquote handler slash quote unquote big sister, and she also had a guy she fell in love with. It soured when her quote unquote big sister fell in love with him too, and they both fell in love with each other. And then there was that messed up scene where she went into a building, it blew up, and she faked her own death, even though she wasn't dead. But they believed that she was. Anyways, I'll put that episode down below. Well, anyways, this is their version of it. Is that she met Artemis long before Usagi met Luna. They started fighting crime in Tokyo. And then after that, they figured out that the crime was a deeper meaning. The fact that Dark Kingdom was involved. And Dark Kingdom was explained more. The fact that she, the Dark Force, wanted to claim power. A.k.a. the legendary Silver Crystal. Yeah. And one thing they did is that it's not the Moon Kingdom anymore. It's called the Silver Millennium. I guess. It's either that or it's just basically what is in the next seasons I'm going to watch on Sailor Moon. The fact that they called that time spent on the moon Silver Millennium. But I don't know. It could be 2 things. I don't know. Well, anyways, there's something called the Seal of Memory. I guess that was one thing that did happen in the original anime. The fact that they did get all their memory once all 5 of them were together again. And it looks like Sailor Venus has a secret mission. Usagi had a dream or a flashback of Endymion when he was protecting her, trying to flee from the Moon Kingdom. So it looks like Tuxedo Mask was busy doing some crystal research, and of course, meanwhile, they basically had Usagi run into him. He's sorry. Yeah, that's one thing we saw in the beginning. It's the fact that he is sorry and saddened. The fact that he couldn't protect Sailor Moon. Funny that was just foreshadowing what happens in the end. That's kind of funny. And they finally admit to each other that they took something from each other. The fact that, so Usagi showed him she had the locket. I'm going to call it a locket because that's what happened in the first series. So she has his locket, and he said keep it, which that makes sense because if they are doing a little parallel with the anime, I know it's based on a manga, but still, if we're doing a parallel with the anime, we can see why she'll need it. And as for I'm going to say Mamoru. I'm going to try that. As for him, he basically said the next time they meet, they'll trade back what they have. So, yeah, we have that. And now you have the Dark Kingdom scheming since Sailor V revealed herself, and now they want to try to get the legendary Silver Crystal, and the fact that they'll just get Zoisite here to do it. And so Zoe Side is basically going to make a threat. The fact that she has to come in there with the legendary silver crystal alone, or everyone in Tokyo will die. And you have Sailor Venus still wants to do things alone, which in the first season, oh sorry, I keep on saying first season. In the first series, she, yeah, that's one thing that is kind of a little bit of a disconnect, is the fact that she, well, they fixed it though. They fixed it. They fixed it in the first series. Because in the first series, she did fight alone, but she also had the cops, and she was also working with the cops, so it makes sense that she was able to work with the team. But in this one, they kind of omitted a few things. So, well, maybe the manga didn't even have her work with the cops. So, it makes sense the fact that she's able to do things alone, and she would kind of like to be a loner still. So, it's going to be kind of interesting seeing this type of interpretation. The fact that you had Sailor V trying to squeeze in on the team and try to actually be comfortable with the team. So, meanwhile, you had Mamoru, who actually had a dream too. And the dream was just basically, Princess Serenity screaming out Endymion, and he woke up, which is kind of funny because, well, Sailor Moon does need his help. As for Sailor V's transformation, I guess the thing that she did with the hand and just showing some eye coordination with her pen, I guess that was kind of cool. It was a nice transformation. I mean, it wasn't really too flashy. It wasn't really anything that was like, wow. I mean, they even got rid of the hearts. I remember one thing that was very defining for Sailor V, and that was hearts. It was the hearts that it was the hearts that you saw while she was whipping the wand around, or I mean the pin around and doing the transformation, the ribbon. Yeah, the ribbon that she had. So, yeah. There's a few things. One thing is that I remember she had a crescent beam, or it was called love beam, I think was in the English trans adaptation. But anyways, yeah. So this time she has crescent boomerang, so I guess that's her level 1 attack. And apparently Kunsight has a true form. So are you trying to say that he's actually the prince or something? If so, that's going to be kind of interesting. The fact that they go down a road that wasn't traveled before. And it looks like Sailor Jupiter has some power. She actually was able to levitate all 4 of them onto the rooftop. All of them showed their moves. And you had basically Mercury with Aqua Mist. You had Supreme Thunder. I think that's the first time or the second time they showed that one. Sadly, I kind of preferred the old version of it, how it looked, because it was way, way blown out of proportion. This one is okay. It is powerful, but the other one seemed very powerful. It was as if she showed a shockwave, just straight up shot a shockwave. This one is just like a big beam that was shot. Let's see, is there anyone else? Of course, you have Boomerang, Crescent Boomerang, and you had Evil Be Exorcised, which was aka Fire Soul, but she didn't say it by name. She just said Evil Be Exorcised, not even Fire Soul. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for her actually saying that word, but apparently, that phrase, but apparently she abandoned it. So, it was an amazing save by Tuxedo Mask. Tuxedo Mask actually saved Usagi from a very, very painful fall. And, wow, an actual kiss. That was an awesome kiss. I so didn't feel, awkward in that moment. That was a very beautiful kiss, and I do have to say bravo on that one. And of course, the last one, as I said, was foreshadowed, is the fact that Tuxedo Mask took the hit that Kunsight shot. Wow. Well, one thing you guys notice is just the fact that Kunsight and Zoisight does not have a relationship like the previous series, which I like to say thank goodness, unless they made Zoisight a girl, which I think They just wanted the whole generals being guys and the queen being a girl, along with the darkness being a girl. I think it was very good. Yeah, this is a very good series so far. I can't wait to see what's going on next. And, well, yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else. So, I guess down below you'll see exactly what happens down there. As for comparison wise, let's see. I think it's a mixture of two. There's one where Sailor V appears, even though Zoisite did something more harsh. Yeah, he did something very, very harsh than what we saw previously. And he also lured out Tuxedo Mask, unlike in this one, Tuxedo Mask ran to the rescue. And I guess, yeah, I don't know if they're going to go down that road. I think chances are they're not going to go down that road, but I'm going to put down below that episode anyways because you guys deserve to watch it. So, yeah, Makoto's Secret, or Secret Love, that's going to be down there as well. And I think that's about all that truly is needed. And if I can find the American version, the English adaptation of the Sideshow episode, I most likely will have that down below as well. So anyways, thank you for watching. And as always, if you like this, please, press down that like button, web that like button up, leave a comment, and definitely look at the other episodes that I've done previously. Or, every single first and third Monday or something. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, and I'm webbing out. Stay tuned, and next time will be the fate of what happened to Tuxedo Mask. I mean, jeez, he took a freaking beam. I mean, at least it's better than taking that big shard, because that shard is horrible. And apparently they loved, in the previous series, they loved to stab Tuxedo Mask in the back. He got stabbed at least 3 times, I think, in all. So, we'll see the fate of him. So I'm webbing out. See you later, and peace.